Good morning, folks. It's 5:08 a.m. 53.8 degrees. It's day 96, and I'm waking up at a tent site, a little unmarked, unofficial tent site. Yeah, I'm gonna wake up. Birds beat me to it. Alrighty, good morning, folks. It is 6:15, 52.8 degrees. Just finished breakfast coffee, packed up, brushed my teeth, all that, and now we're getting back on trail. Yeah, slept good last night, man. Sometimes it is just nice to just find a spot and pitch your tent without any folks around. I mean, I do like people, and I like hanging out with people. I like talking to people. But boy, when you're trying to sleep, it's just really nice. You know, and not that anyone's rude or anything like that, but everyone makes noise when they roll around on their sleeping pad, or, you know, if they wake up to pee or whatever, you know, people just make noise. So real nice to be out totally on my own. I didn't see anyone hike past last night, and I haven't seen anyone this morning, so not sure where everyone's at, but I'm sure they're around, that's for sure. Yeah, slept good last night. I did wind up hearing back from my buddy that I mentioned I texted yesterday, and unfortunately we won't be able to link up. He is actually out in California all summer long, so he did kind of volunteer his wife and a couple of buddies to come out and help me out if there was anything that I needed or anything like that. But it was a really nice offer, but I mean, I'm pretty much at this point here, 1,300 miles in, I'm pretty much self-sufficient, and you know, I don't want to inconvenience anyone like that. So yeah, let's see, boy, breakfast this morning, man. I thought there was no water over there. What I mentioned right next to my campsite is like a periodic water source, but there was like just the right amount of terrible stagnant sort of water. So there were just mosquitoes like nuts this morning, hence the windbreaker. But man, they are tenacious animals. They just, you know, for my legs, you know, usually a little portion of my legs is kind of uncovered. So I threw on some picaridin, insect repellent, love that stuff. Put some on my face, some on my hands. But those critters are just tenacious, man. They won't leave you alone, you know? No matter how much you're covered in picaridin or permethrin or anything like that, any of those insect repellents, like, they might not bite, but they're not leaving you alone. They'll just keep circling around looking for any like tiny little half a dime sized patch that you didn't cover. It's kind of a shame that they're such terrible creatures, because there's something actually really respectable about that sort of tenacity, I think. Sort of admirable about that tenacity, but you know, I don't think I'm gonna have any luck trying to convince people that the mosquito is an animal to be admired. And I'm not even sure if I believe that myself, but that particular quality is kind of cool. So anyways, not really sure what today's gonna be, per usual. But it's a, not a super early start, decently early start. 6:15. We're getting down trail. We'll see how far we go today, and yeah, I'll check back with you at some point. So come on along for the ride. Talk to you all later. Hey folks, 8:54 a.m., 57.4 degrees, and we're up as high as we can go anyways on the Culver Fire Tower here in New Jersey. Yep, it's all padlocked up to get up to the very top, but it's all just as well because we're only about 7 feet lower than the very top. It's not a bad view. This is definitely hills, man. It's so funny to have been on the whole trail. You definitely get a sense for, I don't know, like just the difference between hills and mountains. I guess it sounds simple. Maybe it is simple, but I mean, this is, I spent 2 years of college in Kansas, and well, it certainly isn't Kansas, but boy, compared to Georgia and Tennessee and North Carolina, especially the Smokies and all that, it ain't too far off. Definitely looks more like Kansas than it does the Smokies, that's for sure. Well, that's the way we come from, right down here, and then it looks like the trail kind of wraps around and goes off that way. You can also tell we're in civilization because again, there's like this big old communications tower, a power line that's running through, another communications tower, and then another way out on the horizon. I don't know if you can quite see it, but way out on the horizon out there. Yeah, so far pretty good hike. I've run into a couple of section hikers kind of on their own. I haven't seen any other through hikers just yet, and I've certainly been walking through my share of spider webs, so I guess I'm just the first one up and out. But I think coming up in a little while there's another shelter, so perhaps people stayed at that shelter and they will have broken all those spider webs from there on. We can only hope. Look at a little weather station. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I guess that's where we're at. About 6 or 7 miles, 8 miles, I don't know, 7 or 8 miles maybe into the day so far, and I haven't quite decided still how far I'm gonna go today. I'd like to break 20, but we'll kind of see how it all shakes out. I'm gonna stop here. It looks like there's a picnic table over there, get a little bit of a snack before we keep moseying. Yeah, but I'll check back with you all a little later on. All right. All right, folks, it is 2:40 p.m., 77 degrees, and I just made it to an observation tower here, just trail north of, I think it's called High Point State Park or something like that, because that thing back there is a monument for the highest point in the beautiful state of New Jersey. And being in the beautiful state of New Jersey, I suppose the kind folks of New Jersey shelled out for this wonderful sun tanning platform that they call an observation tower. So it's actually got a pretty good view, man. We're getting some nice big horizon views today on trail, which is kind of cool. Pennsylvania didn't give us any of those. Big time shade PA, sorry. But New Jersey's just throwing them at us right and left, so that's pretty neat. Yeah, I did stop into that State Park Visitor Center or whatever it was. Picked up a few snacks. They have snacks for $1 a bag, sodas for $1 a can. So I did stop in there and picked up some snacks, just kind of sat in the air conditioning for 10 minutes eating that and cooling down a little bit. And I think the plan for the day, it's a little ambitious, but I think I'm going to push another 7 or 8 miles, try and get into Unionville today. I think the weather's once again going to start warming up starting tomorrow. Even more than it is now, so I'm gonna try and clean up some miles while we can. But anyways, I just finished a break, so I'm not really gonna hang out here too long. Just wanted to show you that cool high point marker, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep on down trail. Check in with you later. Hey folks, it is 5:41 p.m., 76 degrees even, and I just hung a left off the trail to head, what would that be, I guess trail west, into Unionville, which I think is New York. I think I'm in New York now, so that's pretty good. Yeah, it looks like the cars in the driveways have New York plates, so yeah, I think I just crossed over the New York line. That's pretty cool. I think we'll be back in Jersey tomorrow. I think we kind of go back and forth like how we did in Tennessee, North Carolina for a while. Yeah, boy, good day, good day. 28, I think like 28.8 miles or something like that. I'm not even sure. But you know, just not a cool day, but not like excruciatingly hot, which is nice, definitely nice. So kind of wanted to pound in some miles, and it just was a good day to be on trail. There weren't a whole ton of people out or anything like that. Just kind of felt like a good day to move, and I feel good about it. What I really feel extra good about though is that right around the corner here is a joint called Wits End Tavern, and down the other way is a former thru-hiker who runs a little hostel down there on donation. Oh, there goes a goldfinch up in that tree. That's pretty cool. Those make me think of my mom. Hi, Mom. Yeah, it's a hostel run by a former thru-hiker who lets people bunk up there on donation. So I think I'm gonna go get a beverage, definitely get some dinner, and then scoot on over to the other side of town and get a shower, maybe do some laundry. There's always something to do, that's for sure. There's Wits End Tavern. I'm gonna get down there and relax my stinky body a little bit. And I'll check in with y'all, I think, one more time. So I'll talk to you then. All right, folks, 7:52 p.m. And I just got out of the shower, threw in my laundry over here at Pastor Doug's place in Unionville, New York. Pastor Doug also has the trail name Bonsai. He's a 2013 thru-hiker. So that's the yellow door you saw that I walked in. And Sola is Latin for alone. That's the name of his place. And alone is a reference to this line of scripture. Trust alone in the grace of God. But look it, he put my name up for me. That's pretty nice. So this is the joint. This is Sola. There's the shower I just got out of. There's the toilet. There's me, and this might actually be a women's shirt now that I look at it. Who cares? Laundry, dryer. And then as we come around, this is the bed I'm kind of claiming all on its own. Up there is where Bonsai lives with his wife and 2-year-old daughter. There's a couch, there's a bunk, and then there's that little couch bunk futon looking pallet thing. So yeah, that's Sola. Oh, most importantly, maybe not most importantly, but very importantly, the little donation box there as well. So I threw $30 in. I read in Gut Hooks that someone was like, give him 25 bucks. So seems like a really nice guy. I threw in 30, and this is a pretty cool place. I guess he's only been here 2 years. And 2 years ago, he was letting hikers stay up in like his house. And then decided he had this basement and just kind of went to town, totally redoing it. So put up a couple walls, painted everything, cleaned everything up. Pretty cool story. I mean, that's pretty neat. Yeah, now it's actually pretty much perfect. So he said if they generally do a bunch of coffee in the morning, but I think we're gonna kind of see how that goes, whether I want to be up before the coffee comes out. He said it'll generally be out around 7. And if I'm up at 7, if I'm here at 7, then great, then I'll have some of his coffee and hang out a little more with him. Seems like a really cool dude. And if I wake up earlier and feel like getting out earlier, then there is that general store that's back on the way to get back onto the trail, and they apparently have really good like breakfast sandwiches or something like that. So either way, can't really lose. But yeah, big day today, 28 miles. I guess that's, I'd have to look and make sure, but I'm pretty sure, in fact I'll just check right now. I'm pretty sure, yeah, so that was another 50 and 2, so that's pretty cool. 27.8 today, and then 23 something yesterday or something like that, so 50 miles in 2 days. Ugh. But tomorrow's supposed to warm up again, and that means, you know, I'm gonna plot a couple different paths for tomorrow. A shorter distance one, and then maybe a longer distance one, and probably just go for a shorter distance one, since today and yesterday are both good long days, and that heat is a villain. So we'll kind of see how we go. I'm gonna dig through this hiker box now. Got a couple hiker boxes and food boxes. I'm gonna finish up my laundry, and I'm gonna get processing videos. So that's gonna be it for tonight. That's gonna be it for tonight, and I will check in with y'all tomorrow. So have a good one.